A very good afternoon to you. Thank you once again for allowing us into your space. My name is Patricia Lukoma Mpangu, and this is your lunchtime news. Now, straight away into the bulletin. The Indian Minister for Industries, David Bahati, has commended Equity Bank for attracting Indian investors to Uganda, as it will improve on the country's balanced trade. While closing the Indian-Ugandan trade mission in Kampala, David Bahati says this initiative is in line with government policies of import substitution and export promotion.
The Equity Initiative of attracting Indian investors to Uganda intends to expose them to immense investable opportunities in Uganda, including attainable factors of production.
Uganda will have some of the expertise. The Indians have the expertise, we have the resources. So for the country, we'll be able to exploit those resources which we have failed to exploit earlier, because we didn't have capacity, we didn't have money, we didn't have knowledge. So government will also earn taxes, to also earn foreign exchange, and that's what will help the government. The common man, of course, it will benefit in terms of cheaper goods, local goods supplied, and it will build patriotism and nationalism.
The State Minister for Industries, David Bahati, commended the initiative as it corresponds with the government policy of import substitution and export promotion.
And the industrial sector in entirety is contributing 27.4% to our GDP. We have been contributing in the last 2 years 6.1 trillion to our national treasury. So if you multiply this with 8,000 factories, you are contributing 6.1 trillion. So if you multiply it 4 times, you would contribute a lot.
The minister appealed to financial institutions to focus on linking Uganda to other formidable investors to support capital inflow. Bahati wants these banks to support domestic industries with financial assistance towards value addition.
That's why we are emphasizing the policy of import substitution and export promotion. We want everything that we consume here in the country to be produced here in Uganda. And when we produce, we also have a surplus that we can export to other countries. And India is one of the biggest potential country that we are looking at for exporting. We're already doing some work. We have, I think, a deficit because we're importing more from India than we're exporting. So we want to reverse this.
These engagements are expected to improve significant inflow of investors and improvement of direct foreign investment with proportionate technologies to impact the country's economy. Komagum Rogers and Abdul Nasir Luwama for UBC.
Now we look at local government, where Minister for Local Government Raphael Majizi has urged all district leaders to give priority to monitoring and supervision of government programs at district level. Majizi cites how this will put government funds to great use and improve service delivery. The minister was opening the quarterly meeting of chief administrative officers and town clerks of cities and municipalities in Kampala.
The quarterly meeting with all district chairpersons, city mayors and mayors of municipalities is to provide a platform to share experiences, milestones and challenges in their efforts to manage service delivery. The Minister for Local Government, Raphael Majizi, while officiating, said how it is the responsibility of the local government in ensuring that service delivery is efficient on district level.
Government programs and projects are under your serious oversight. This should go hand in hand with sharing information on the status of implementation of all government programs and projects, together with the RDCs and other CCs, and the entire political leadership under your jurisdiction.
Local government was cautioned on corruption tendencies that have been mainly shown in parish development model.
Extortion. There are some people who are taking money from the PDM beneficiaries. Tampering with the system, we now give money directly to the parishes through the Wendy, That's why people are no longer lining at the banks. You get your money directly on the phone.
The minister, however, applauded local government on the digitization of revenue collection, which has improved revenue in the markets. He says this innovation is to be implemented in all markets.
Even the others, Soroti, I'm glad that you have now agreed on the rates, which you should give me and we approve. Once we do this and we follow the law, the new market law, there is good hope of improving our revenue, but also improving the trade order in our towns.
Local government, however, is constrained with financing where some have huge areas that have not been paid.
We call on our ministry to engage with the Ministry of Finance to ensure improved allocations to Uganda Road Fund, to provide for allocation of road maintenance grant to the new administrative units.
Some also recommend for equipping the local government for service delivery to get down to the people.
The administrative units that we have are not functioning. So you should at least first look for the funds to make these functional, then you create more if there is a need.
So finance has failed to give money to districts to have the staff ceiling to go from 65% at least to 85%. Most of the districts are below 65%.
Lydia Chomkama and Juma Samba, UBC News.
Thank you very much there, Lydia. Now, Uganda, being Africa's largest coffee exporter, is known for its Robusta and Arabica beans. The coffee industry supports millions of livelihoods. Our reporter focuses on more outlets of this precious brew, with its bill being tabled in Parliament.
It is on record that coffee contributes significantly to Uganda's economy, accounting for about 20% of the country's total export earnings. For many families, coffee farming is a primary source of income, supporting livelihoods across rural communities. While Uganda is known for its coffee exports, domestic consumption is on the rise. Urban areas are experiencing a coffee culture boom, with an increasing number of cafes and specialty shops showcasing local brews. From the farm to the cup, Uganda's coffee journey is a blend of tradition, innovation, and community. With this in mind, prominent eateries are expanding the sale of coffee as a drink to the local market, diversing consumption and consumer preferences.
The coffee we sell in Uganda is Ugandan coffee. Coffee is growing. Consumption of coffee, not just in Uganda, globally, continues to grow. And remember, as East Africans, we are historically tea drinkers. So we are helping develop that industry.
Now, one of the top eating outlets, Java House Uganda, is expanding its wings in not only the sale of coffee, but equally giving Ugandans an experience.
We've been in this business for 25 years. We believe that we have the best coffee, we have the best offering, and also we are in the people business, and we offer an experience.
This is true instance of an African-born coffee connoisseur that has evolved to offer not just gourmet coffee, but also specially curated meals, retail products to its customers.
Whatever we are doing, convenience is about timing. It's about what you get and about what you need versus what you get. So timing is key. Therefore, we intend to do a 24-hour operation.
Redefining its commitment to customers at its newest branch in Muyenga, focusing on expressing its identity, values and promise to its Ugandan customers, blending the brand's rich heritage with a heartfelt local touch.
Very happy to be with Java House. I think they're an extremely reputable business and someone who we are happy to.
Every new Java House branch doesn't just mean great food and coffee. It means jobs, it means opportunity, and it means support to the community, to the local economy.
Despite revenues from coffee, Parliament has ruled to merge the Coffee Regulatory Authority to Ministry of Agriculture, which possesses a question of Uganda's coffee future production. Justine Nakami, Andrew Sebira, UBC News.
Now, as Uganda embraces the global shift to electric mobility, 25 students from Makerere University under the Makerere University Innovation Pod are set to undergo a specialized training in production of electric vehicles. The aim is to reduce on the adverse impacts of climate change and create jobs for the youth.
The Electric Mobility Skilling Program is an initiative by Makerere University Innovation Pod, Kira Motors Corporation, and the United Nations Development Program. This initiative is aimed at reducing the adverse impacts of climate change by promoting cleaner, more sustainable transport solutions.
They are able to produce products and eventually commercialize. The password is commercialization, and this is intended to create jobs, especially for the youth, but also contribute to economic development of our nation, Uganda.
The program we're launching today is very critical, extremely so. Not only in combating climate issues, but also because the other day, and all of us did read it, these papers were everywhere, where the Minister of Finance, Planning and Economic Development was baffled at the fact that 500,000 graduates turn to bodabodas for employment after graduation.
The initiative is a step towards building local expertise in electric mobility, aimed at combating the adverse effects of climate change while creating new job opportunities to young Ugandans.
To express themselves on this special program through innovation and ultimately entrepreneurship. So I look forward to seeing you as the big business people, the entrepreneurs, that will create the jobs, the opportunities for the children who are coming, my bazukulus. We are grateful for the opportunity to drive change. Change speaking to enhance environment stewardship.
The shift from traditional fuel-powered vehicles to electric alternatives could offer more affordable and sustainable public transport solutions, benefiting both the environment and the economy.
Because of their small contribution and also the production level, which is so low, they cannot really produce and tap into the economies of scale. Because a Kayola bus today, I think, is still very high in terms of cost. So you need to produce very many, such that we can now even out the costs of production, and also the price becomes affordable. That's the only way we shall provide and also meet the demand, of the country in terms of the transport sector.
This collaboration between Makerere University and Kira Motors is not only an investment in Uganda's future, but also an indication of the country's commitment to reducing carbon emissions and promoting clean energy solutions. Mary Namkose, UBC News.
And in the area of wealth creation, a group of farmers from southwestern Uganda under the Bona Bagegahare Nyekunjire have applauded the president for the continued support towards the wealth creation activities. While meeting in Kampala, this group endorsed President Museveni in the next coming general elections.
Members of Bonabagege Chenkuyira Association from 5 districts of Ntungamo, Kisoro, Rukunjiri, Kabale, Rubanda and Ruchiga have testified for receiving part of the presidential financial pledge towards the association development activities.
Okubayamba simba obutungulu arunde embizi arunde enkoko asobola okuva mu bwavu abantu baavu ate tukozese chance eno nga tukyayina taata waffe President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. So nebaza muzeeyi.
It is all about development alone, not political activities. Because when it comes to political activities, it will belong to one block, develop one block, and leave out the other.
These intend to invest most of the funds received into agriculture and related micro chains of value addition to increase household incomes.
Many farmers can talk about the development the onions brought to their household incomes. It's when government had the entire later on PDM, and Bana Bagagaware became part of the development campaign the president is preaching about.
These accuse some political leaders in the area for sabotaging their development activities and ask the president to intervene.
Ministers banji abamu bagala nti president akuwadde sente mutuule wamu mugabanire wamu naye jjukira nze saasoma nasindi kwa Katonda okukola omulimu guno nga sisobola kikola kubanga nze nkola omulimu gwa Katonda bali babikola kubanga bakozesa sayini bw'owandiika gw'omanyi bw'obikola naye nze bayibuli yange gye nkulembeze n'eri wano.
Members of the association endorsed the president in the coming general election of 2026 and committed for maximum support and mobilization. The president pledged 4.5 billion shillings towards this association and has so far committed at least 300 million shillings, and the rest is expected to be dispersed in a phased manner.
Now, the General Organizing Committee for the Evangelism Crusade, ahead of the famous evangelist Benny Hinn's visit to Uganda, has launched the preparations for the January Special Prayer, Reconciliation and Healing Service. Let's hear more in this report.
The ministry.
Pastors, fellowshippers and believers in Jesus Christ from different walks of life will make their way to Uganda to witness and participate in the crusade led by renowned and self-proclaimed evangelist Tuifik Benedictus, commonly known as Ben Hinn. In January 2025, at a recent evangelist tour in Kenya, Ben Hinn announced that he will be in Uganda for his evangelist journey in January next year.
So he's coming back, first and foremost, to see what God has done. Number two is coming to encourage the church in our work that we are doing, but also to bring healing, and deliverance, and joy and good news to Uganda. Uganda is a better country than it was when he was here 14 years ago. And so it's good for someone to come back and see that what you prayed for is really happening.
Now the organizing committee, led by Miracle Center Cathedral Church, Lubaga's lead pastor Robert Kayanja, have launched plans ahead of the January event preparations.
And we were able to raise the money that will run this event. And when I look back at where we came from and where we are now, it's such a blessing to see that the people, as we have been, who could be able to pledge that amount of money. So it will be, we'll have a mass crusade, then we'll have a teaching, a seminar for pastors, and then other programs will merge as we continue to go, yes.
To be here and see all the people that I know and some that I didn't know, and we just look forward to be back here and be a blessing to the nation and work with all the pastors and make sure that everybody receives something from God. Thank you.
According to Pastor Robert Kayanja, the First Lady of Uganda, Janet Kataha Museveni, is expected to be the chief guest. Ben Hinn, born Tuifik Benedictus, is an Israel-born, Palestine-American-Canadian televangelist best known for his regular arrivals and faith healing in miracle crusades. Deborah Namamonde, Ivan Juko, UBC News.
Now over to the Royal Kingdom of Toro. The King of Toro, Oyo Nyemba Kabamba Iguru, has urged insurance companies to collaborate and support people in need, especially when they face difficulties assessing and accessing insurance services. The King conveyed this message through Deputy Prime Minister William Mwemara Ngabo during the opening of the Insurance Conference Stakeholders, which was held in Fort Portal.
Suffer calamities and losses, and indeed it is the proximate cause, but the journey to get compensated is a nightmare. Many people will tell you that, because I've gone through it, I know. Because there is a lot of paperwork, there is a lot of bureaucracy, there are legal issues, there is the time where, because, you know, it's like a mine another court. And the moment somebody gets that perception, actually, because we even engaged the lawyer became expensive, we lost some of the documents, and he was like, what is this?
We introduced the Insurance Sandbox, which is an 18-month approval process to test your insurance innovation under the monitoring of the Insurance Regulatory Authority team.
That when it comes to the digital agenda, now we are going to get into action as the Insurance Training College. We are going to up our trainings to engage our members to ensure that we do not train them only in the mainstream insurance, but also to bring them on board with the digital agenda.
Again,
winning requires the stamina of a lion, but most importantly, it requires that you carry that water up the top of the hill. However, you must use a spoon. Take the water now. Go, run, climb up the hill in 72 spoons. Faster, go, go. Winning is hard, but with MTN Momo, it's easy. Simply pay or shop with Momo for a chance to win mobile money every day. Use the Momo app or dial *165*3#.
Billions is easy, no. Billions is easy, no.
In the heart of Uganda, a financial revolution is happening. We were once left out, saving the old-fashioned way, with an unexpected saving spot, keeping it too close for comfort. But now, we found a better way to save and manage money. Download the Wendy app from Google Play or App Store or dial *229#. With Wendy, your money is safe and you can earn interest daily. Visit your Google Play or App Store or dial *229# to register. Wendy Wanawoli.
The Ministry of Health informs the general public that there are some cases of Mpox detected in Uganda. The ministry, working with partners and affected district local governments, are doing their best to contain the situation. The signs and symptoms of Mpox are body rash, fever, general body weakness, headache, sore throat, nasal congestion or cough, and swollen lymph nodes. You can prevent yourself from getting infected with Mpox by avoiding close contact with people who have been confirmed to have Mpox or who have signs and symptoms of Mpox. Avoiding touching or sharing personal items like beddings, eating utensils, phones, or other belongings of a person who has the signs and symptoms of Mpox. Avoiding contact, including eating, with all wild animals, alive or dead, especially those known to carry the virus, such as rodents and monkeys, and those that appear sick or have been found dead. Getting vaccinated if you're among those who have been identified to be at high risk of Mpox infection. Mpox is treatable and usually goes away after 2 to 4 weeks. However, it can be severe, causing even death, especially among children, pregnant women, and those with other health conditions. For more information and support, contact your nearest health worker. Call the Ministry of Health's toll-free line on 0800 100 066 or send a free SMS to YouReport on 8500.
To be a winner, it requires that you exceed all the limits of mankind and womankind. But when you play with MTN Momo, winning is easy. Simply get your phone and use the Momo app or dial *165*3#, enter merchant code, enter amount, enter your Momo PIN, and pay. Congratulations, easy! Your stomach is full, and now you stand a chance to win mobile money with MTN Momo.
Welcome back. Now, the Indian High Commission in Uganda has celebrated 75 years of the Hindu language with a competition aimed at promoting linguistic heritage among children. In collaboration with the North Indian Cultural Association, the event showcased the importance of the Hindu language and culture, emphasizing its role in fostering community and identity.
Planet. You see any of the country on the world you go, Indians are there. So we sincerely wish that Hindi should take place as a media to easily communicate, to do the trade and do, mix with the culture and to keep our connection with our country.
This Hindi Divas we celebrate to promote our Hindi language and culture. Hindi is it is the only language which is phonetic. Means the way we speak, the same way we write. So we want to promote this language, Hindi, to have the morality, moral values, culture in our society. Most important is this language is for the peace and the love. There are some students which are participating in, but as far as this organization is being this event is being concerned, it is being celebrated by this organization.
We celebrated Hindi Divas, which means Hindi Day. Hindi is the national language of India, and India is a multilingual country, but Hindi is spoken by about half of the population of the country, and Hindi was declared national language on 14 September 1949. So last month we completed 75 years of Hindi being our national language, and last month our community was busy in celebrating various cultural and religious events. So we celebrated it here today in Kampala with, as you have seen, with good participation from the DPS school and the Indian community.
Well, that's it from us. Thank you once again for allowing us into your space. My name is Patricia Lukoma Mpango. I hope to catch up with you at 8 and 10. Good afternoon.